We have another exciting episode. We're going to be joined by JD Martz. JD, you are a member of the Accessibility Commission, which, if I'm not mistaken, if not the newest, one of the newest commissions in the town. So maybe we could start by having you talk a little bit about what the Accessibility Commission is, what the mission is, and what kinds of things you guys do.
Yeah, so I'm JD Martz. It's nice to meet everyone. It's nice to meet you especially. The Accessibility Commission, it kind of has it all in the name. It used to be the Danvers Disability Commission, which kind of went the way of the dinosaurs maybe about 5 years ago. We resurrected it last year and gave it a new name with a fresh coat of paint. It's called the Danvers Accessibility Commission now, because that's really what we're about. We're about accessibility in any form, you know, whether you have a disability and you're being faced with a barrier, or you know, you just live differently and you have some barrier preventing you from getting what you need. We're here to help you, and that's kind of, you know, our main goal.
Very cool. And one of the things for me, I was talking before we were on, I've covered at least one of these meetings, I think actually a couple here and there, and there's been some wins along the way, and there's things that might seem like little things that make a big impact. So I remember when I was there, I believe there was a light pole that was in the way of a sidewalk that was moved, but that's a concrete thing that makes people's lives easier. What other kinds of wins have you had over the last year or so?
Yeah, so, you know, it's one of those funny things when you start a commission, you kind of want to hit the ground running, but at the same time, you got to like get your, you know, bylaws and everything in order. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I'm the hit the ground running type. Yeah. So, you know, like you said, I was out on a walk with my wife and dog one day. We saw that pole was blocking the whole sidewalk. I saw there were no power lines connected to it, you know, contacted DPW. They were super nice, super friendly, got that removed. Other than that, there was there's a curb cut connecting Cherry Street Fish Market to the kind of general use lot there. Yep. And there were always cars parking right in front of it, so it kind of made it useless. So we contacted DPW again. They were great. They got that changed into a hash mark spot. A real nice, big, luxurious one. You know, probably a little bigger than it needed to be, but it's great. You know, it's nice to see those changes. And then
I know there's an audit you talked about.
For the library. Yep. Yeah. So we did an audit for the public library here, which was great. You know, they invited us in, you know, as soon as they'd heard about us, and they were super helpful to go through there and just see what needed to get updated, what needed to get, you know, kind of touched up maybe a little bit. But other than that, you know, it's been kind of smooth sailing, which is great. You know, right now, we're kind of on a push towards, you know, engaging more with the community, and that might segue into your next
what a segue. You're a pro. So the next thing we're going to talk about is there's some public hearings coming up. There's one that's going to be addressing disability in the schools, another one, and that is on April 25th. That'll be at the Northeast Arc at the Liberty Tree Mall. So that's a little bit of a different location for these kinds of things. Typically, you think a town commission meeting at the Toomey Room or Senior Center. If you don't pay attention to town government, this is about as busy of a season as you get, right before town meeting with finance committee and things like that. So I know the ARC was very amenable to having you in there and doing the meeting there. So that is April 25th. That's next week at the Liberty Tree Mall Northeast ARC. And then the other one, Disability Around Town, is on May 23rd. We'll probably come back to and circle back to that at some point. But the question really is, what are you looking to do with these public forums? What kind of feedback are you looking for?
Yeah, so this is, you know, a way for us to kind of just reach out to the community, and you know, really what we want to do is offer a platform for the community to come and have a voice, talk about, you know, maybe an underrepresented part of our community, see where things could be improved, because, you know, as much as I represent my own disability, I really only represent my personal disability. I don't represent all other people in wheelchairs, and I don't pretend to do that either. You know, it's really just about me also learning what other needs there are, because I can only speak to my needs personally. And I will be speaking actually at the May 23rd one for the Disabilities Around Town. But I think it would be great for us to hear what people have to say in schools and what people have to say about their lived experience around town. So, you know, we want to open this. We wanted to open it to you, to anyone else who feels comfortable speaking on camera or off camera, because we are offering a remote option, and you would not have to have your camera on. We would just want to hear your voice, you know. And if that's too much even, we do offer a way for you to access our webpage on the town website under our own Director of Equity and Inclusion. Yep. Jasmine Ramon. She has a page on there, and we have a couple forums on there which people could fill out for if they, come across a barrier that's stopping them, or if they feel like they're being mistreated in any way, they can, reach out on those forms.
Well, yeah, and it's obviously important with the public forums coming up, but I think that it's also good that people have this in their head that there are avenues to have things addressed, right? So
Absolutely.
if it's May 24th and the public forum's already happened, you didn't miss your opportunity. There's always an open door and someone you can talk to and hopefully get these issues remedied. The other question is just generally how to get involved with the commission. I know your meetings are public, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, so our meetings are public, and we encourage any and all to attend. You can attend in person or remotely. We want to offer accessibility, to all.
You're living it and
yeah,
talking
exactly.
about it, yeah.
You got to lead by example. So anyone can attend that way and have a platform to speak, and it will be on public broadcast. So you got to be aware of that. But at the same time, again, you can always fill out those forms, and you can reach out to me. I will have some of my information on the website as well. But generally, we have our government liaison, Jasmine, and she's great. And she's very amicable, easy to talk to, and she gets all that information to us.
All right, thank you. And so I think that mostly covers it, but I just want to end by saying thank you. And thank you to the people who were talking about this earlier off camera. There's so many people who put in volunteer time to make the town a better place, and JD, you're one of them, so thank you for the work you do. Thank you to the rest of the Accessibility Commission, and if you have anything in mind or you're interested in attending, those meetings again are on April 25th at the Northeast Arc at the Liberty Tree Mall and May 23rd at the Toomey Room. So with that, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great day.
Thank you.